Labour would impose a £320,000 cap on pay at the BBC, despite stars such as Chris Evans and Garrett Lineker currently earning up to 7 times more than that figure. Senior party sources have confirmed it wants to limit the highest salaries at the corporation to 20 times that of the lowest paid staff according to unions. The current minimum wage at the BBC is £16,000, giving the top figure of £320,000. Such a restriction would leave top talent facing a choice of whether to accept swingeing cuts or move elsewhere. A rich list of 200 stars and executives published by the BBC today was topped by Evans, who earned up to £225 million last year, followed by Lineker on £18 million. Senior Labour sources have confirmed it wants to limit the highest salaries at the corporation to 20 times that of the lowest paid staff. Jeremy Corbyn is pictured at PMQs today. The top 10 are paid around £9 million between them, and all earn above the cap proposed by Labour. Graham Norton, who is known to get at least £25 million a year for his chat show, is only listed as earning up to £899,000 because he get paid most of his cash via a production company. Star cook Mary Berry is not listed at all for the same reason. The salaries of other stars, including Top Gear's Matt LeBlanc, are also kept secret because they are paid by the corporation. Foreign TV arm BBC Worldwide. The Labour manifesto committed the party to roll out maximum pay ratios of 20:1 in the public sector and in companies bidding for public contracts, because it cannot be right that wages at the top keep rising while everyone else stagnates. Asked today whether that would apply to the BBC, the senior Labour source said it would apply to all those employed by the corporation on direct contracts. VET2, the union which represents production workers at the BBC, says the minimum pay is currently £16,000 and has been campaigning for the figure to rise to £20,000. In the Commons, Theresa May said the BBC figures, released in the corporation's annual report, showed there are some people working in the public sector who are very well paid. A spokesman for Mrs. May said she was also concerned that the list of top earners was dominated by men. He said, "We are very pleased that the BBC have published this information today. It's an important thing that license fee payers know where their money is going. It has thrown up some interesting information with regard to the gender pay gap, and we also want to see it tackled. We think that in order for that to happen, this is a very important tool, and we would like to see the BBC continue to publish this information." Director General Tony Hall has urged his staff not to make comparisons, but the list of people earning more than £150,000 has revealed stark differences. On many hit shows, the BBC's top paid woman is Claudia Winkleman, who earns up to £499,000 for her TV and radio work, around £175 million less than the top man Chris Evans. But a pay gap among Strictly has emerged, with Craig Revel Horwood and Darcy Bussell earning up to £199,000, but Bruno Tonioli gets up to £249,000 along with Len Goodman. The list is topped by Chris Evans, pictured today, who earned up to £225 million last year, followed by Garrett Lineker on up to £18 million. Graham Norton earned up to £900,000, but the to £5 million he was paid for his chat show is not included. He is followed by Radio 2's Jeremy Vine. The BBC's top paid woman is Claudia Winkleman, who earns up to £499,000 for her TV and radio work, around £175 million less than the top man Chris Evans, and the One Show's Alex Jones earns £450,000. In further contrast, BBC Breakfast's Dan Walker gets up to £250,000 a year, but co-hosts Ally Nugent and Louise Minchin don't even earn enough to break £150,000 threshold, and there could be embarrassment among the presenters of flagship Radio 4 program Today. One Chris Evans £22M, £225M. 2 Garrett Lineker £175M, £18M. 3 Graham Norton £850,000, £899,999. For Jeremy Vine £700,000, £749,999. 5 John Humphreys £600,000, £649,999. 6 Hugh Edwards £550,000, £599,999. 7 Steve Wright £500,000, £549,999. 8 Claudia Winkleman £450,000, £499,999. 8. Matt Baker, £450,000. £499,999. 9. Nicky Campbell, £400,000. £449,999. 9. Andrew Mayer, £400,000. £449,999. 9. Stephen Nolan, £400,000. £449,999. 9. Alan Shearer, £400,000. £449,999. 9. Alex Jones, £400,000. £449,000. 10. Fiona Bruce, £350,000. £399,999. John Humphreys earns between £600,000 and £649,000 for the morning news program and other work, including presenting Mastermind. But BBC insiders say that publishing the salary details is going to push up salaries or see talent leave for rivals. Former BBC chairman Lord Grade told Today, "I can't hear the phones ringing all over the UK today. Agents will be looking at the relative rates others are getting. Clients are going to be up in arms. The competition will be looking at it. The net result of this is inflation. There's only way this can go, and that is that the talent salaries and wages will round upwards. They won't go down, I guarantee you that." Talking during a briefing on the annual report, Lord Hall defended advance pay, saying, "Chris Evans is presenting the most popular show on the most popular radio network in Europe. It might not be commercial radio, but we do know that for a number of presenters they have been made offers by commercial radio. We also know we lost people, not Chris, but to Amazon and to other big players. Also the choice for some of our talent is to go and do something completely different because they're entertainers. That is the market we're dealing with. Them saying we're going to do something completely different, or it's a market that is not just the UK but global." Earlier, Garrett Lineker said has his tin hat on today as the BBC's millionaire stars faced having their pay deals published in detail for the first time. Broadcasters John Humphreys and Hugh Edwards earned between £600,000 and £650,000. According to the male-dominated list, radio to start Steve Wright earns £550,000, while the One show's Matt Baker earns £550,000. Alan Shearer and Nicky Campbell also make the male-dominated top 10. Garrett Lineker has said he has his tin hat on as he and the BBC's other millionaire stars will have their pay deals published. The match of the day start, 56. Among 96 presenters and journalists pay more than the Prime Minister by the corporation and wished Twitter followers a happy BBC salary day. Mr. Lineker said, "I blame my agent and the other TV channels that pay more. Now where did I put my tin helmet?" Garrett Lineker also retweeted a message from Apprentice star Lord Sugar, who praised the former footballer's loyalty to the BBC and suggested he was getting below the market rate when compared to stars. But ITV and Channel 4 Lord Hall told Radio 4's Today program that the BBC had reduced its spending on top talent by 25 in the past 4 years and 10 since last year, when 109 people took home the total of £31 million. "I completely understand that to lots and lots of people these are very large sums, but we are a global broadcaster in a very competitive market and we have to be competitive, but not foolishly. No one would want us to be paying sums where it's not at a discount on the market. People expect us to have great broadcasters, great presenters, great stars, but pay them less than they would get on the markup. Getting that discount right is very important." Lord Hall described the publication of top salaries, which was opposed by the BBC, as a bad idea because it could tempt other broadcasters with deep pockets to poach stars, creating an inflationary effect on pay. The list reveals that newsreader and Antiques Roadshow presenter Fiona Bruce earns between £350,000 and £399,000, but fellow news host Hugh Edwards is on £550,000 to £599,999. The BBC's political editor Laura Kuenssberg is on £200,000 to £249,000. Below news presenter George Balagia £250,000 to £299,000 and Radio 4's PM host Eddie Mair £300,000, £349,000. News host Sophie Roarth is on £150,000 to £199,000. Top Gear's Matt LeBlanc are also kept secret because they are paid by the corporation. Foreign TV arm BBC Worldwide Mary Berry is not listed either because she is paid via a private company. The figures are for the money stars received from the license fee from the financial year April 2016 to April 2017. The stars have been warned to expect public anger over the huge sums. There will also be allegations of sexism. Only a third of the high earners are women, and a backlash from staff on lower salaries than a bid to limit the damage. BBC boss Lord Hall has sent a video message to all staff reminding them that their salaries are large sums to most license fee payers. "We are dealing with the public's money," he said. "This is not something we can take lightly in a bid to limit the damage." BBC boss Lord Hall has sent a video message to all staff reminding them that their salaries are large sums to most license fee payers. The BBC fought tooth and nail against a government order to publish the figures and tried to delay their release in a sign of further panic. Stars have been told they can defend their pay on social media. Breaking with normal BBC protocol, bosses have warned every staffer on £150,000 or more that their details will be published, and in some against the public reaction.